Hi, I'm Jack. Start again. I'm Jack. What you're about to hear is based on a true story. My true story.
It's not really based on a true story, is it?
Okay, not based.
Found footage.
Listen! Listen closely. It's all real and very, very important. It's my story. Our story.
You still think this is some grand adventure, don't you?
Thanks for listening to Jack of All Trades.
Is that seriously what we're calling it?
Right into the penthouse. Very fancy. Who does interviews in their own home?
I do. It's not unusual for Fidus Achates managers to conduct business from their residence, which is, itself, generally Fidus Achates property. Jacqueline Withers for the 10 o'clock interview?
Yes. Wow. Hi. Hi. You can call me Jack.
It's good to meet you, Jack. Edwith Knight.
Hi. So, you live here?
I do. And I'll be conducting your interview here for the position of senior repairs respondent, correct?
Yes. Interview, right. Yep, I am all about responding to repairs.
Glad to hear it. Please take a seat and excuse the mess.
Oh, this is nothing. You should see my place. Always looks like a tornado just came through.
Oh? That's a shame. I've always preferred a bit more order myself. I'm looking for someone that can keep things a bit more tidy.
It's not that I can't keep things tidy. My workbench is always immaculate. I got these little sticker labels for a whole plastic drawer thing. You know, like the ones people keep bits and bobs in. Great for nails and screws and screwdrivers and stuff.
Perfect. Then you have your own tools.
No. Well, I did, but I don't anymore because of moving. They're all packed up somewhere in the deep, dark depths of a storage unit 3 hours south of here. What about you? Are you from around here?
No. I'm actually pretty new to the area myself.
Well, maybe we can get to know the city together.
That might be nice. So, if your belongings are in storage, does that mean you would be interested in the offer to live on site if you were to take this job?
Yes, very much. A one-bedroom, right? Apartment?
Yes.
Great, perfect. I don't need anything as nice as this, but someplace to... You really do have a nice home.
Thank you. Shall we begin?
You're the boss. Future boss. Hopefully. Sorry.
Right. I saw you listed a complete restoration of historic homes with appropriate materials for the period, hyperbaric welding on oil rigs in the Pacific, and high-voltage transmission line maintenance. This is the most impressively diverse application I've ever received. But how would you describe yourself outside of work? What kind of person would I be hiring?
Right. Well, I guess it's hard to sum myself up. I'm interested in a lot of different things. I'm a writer on the side. I love being creative. But I also used defense. I was nationally ranked. I could probably have gone Olympic.
Really? I'm rather fond of swordplay myself. Are you still in practice?
I've still got my saber. I try to keep up. What about you?
I prefer épée personally. Perhaps we could duel sometime. What else interests you then?
Just about anything. I really enjoy trying new things, exploring.
Like a jack of all trades?
Big talk for a knight in shining armor.
It's been a while since I've slayed a dragon. So, what is it about Fidus Achates that caught your interest?
Well, you guys own basically everything in Seattle, right?
A majority of residential and recreational properties, sure. That's fair.
Right. Then I would be helping the whole city in a way, and everyone in the city. Sort of like a superhero. I know that sounds cheesy.
Cheesy, yes, but the notion is oddly romantic.
Yeah?
So you are interested in the opportunity to connect with others?
Oh, yeah. Go with that. That's much better.
I'll be sure to highlight it in my notes.
You have a real way with words. Are you a writer too?
No. Most of the writing I do is for Fidus Achates, and I don't think that will end up on any bestsellers list.
Hey, you never know. Maybe a lot of people want to read about the inner workings of Fidus Achates.
Maybe so. I imagine lines out the door waiting to read books about how I spend my day. Tell me, what does your family think of your career aspirations? So, do they see you as a writer or a talented repair technician?
We don't talk so much lately. Not a lot of friends in the area either, so I guess no one has any thoughts on my career path. But that's okay. New beginnings, right?
I like the sound of new beginnings. So what are your thoughts then?
My thoughts?
On your career path?
Superhero wasn't telling enough?
It was telling, but I mean aside from superhero.
I don't know. That's probably not the right answer in a job interview, is it?
Probably not conventionally, no. But I appreciate the honesty. I find it refreshing.
That's me. Like a cold cup of iced coffee on a humid morning.
I prefer tea myself.
Of course you do.
Well, let's move on. I believe I have most of what I need to know from you, so let's talk about some of the technical aspects of the job. I should perhaps have asked this from the start, but do you consent to this interview being recorded?
Sure. What is that, a necklace?
Only in that it's worn around the neck. It's a bit more than just a necklace.
Ah. Okay, can I ask why you want to record this?
It seems you can. I find recordings to be vastly better at capturing an experience than note-taking. It's also good practice for compiling day-to-day data. You might be amazed how many potential liabilities these necklaces resolve. They're called Keystones, and this one would be your Keystone if you got hired. It's a multifunctional tool, a recording device, skeleton key, long-distance communication device, and, well, I guess you could say it's pretty. I suppose it could be a necklace, too.
Oh, a Keystone. Yeah, I don't think I've run into this model, but I had one at a past employment. Really handy how they just do all that.
You've worked with Keystones before?
Yeah, they're super common for repair people, I guess, huh? Aren't they?
I've certainly never hired a respondent before with prior Keystone experience. I'm impressed.
Oh, well, I mean that they're common back where I'm from, California. Does Fidus Achates have a lot of properties in California?
In Northern California, yes.
Ah, see? That's why. It's a SoCal thing. Can't throw a keystone without hitting 8 other keystones. That's what I always say.
How fortunate for us. But you shouldn't throw your keystone.
Sorry, tangent. I am familiar with them, but not this model. Specifically, like I said before. So you could keep explaining how it works if you wanted.
My goal is not to bore you with things you already know. It seems you're more qualified than I previously thought.
What? No. I mean, yes, I am qualified, but this model right here.
Careful.
This little orange fella must be top of the line. Really something special. I would love to hear about it. Please?
Very well. This particular Keystone would be yours if you were to accept the position. It doesn't require any maintenance or tending from you, as most of its functions are automated. It's recording our conversation right now, and it will automatically upload the file to the Fidus Achates cloud once it senses a lull in audio activity. The activation threshold is somewhere around 45 decibels, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's automatic. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to worry about learning any of the technical aspects. And as a skeleton key, it will open all Fidus Achates property locks.
All Fidus Achates properties? Apartments, suburb houses, strip malls?
Mm-hmm.
Even the police station and city hall?
Yes. I hope you see why we are extra cautious about recording your activities. A Fidus Achates Keystone holder wields a lot of power.
There go my plans to rob the bank on 6th. Ha! Kidding! Haha, sorry. Only kidding. Oh, God. A bad joke. Sorry.
You seem to be familiar with the properties we manage, at least.
Hey, I make dumb jokes, but I do my homework.
Strangely reassuring.
That's me. Me and the Keystone. Super reliable. Except I'm not full of wires.
Wires?
Yeah, connecting stuff.
I will admit that I'm not terribly skilled in repair mechanics. I should take your word for it.
That's why you're hiring me, right? To know this stuff.
Why I'm considering hiring you, yes.
Right, considering. You're a big fan of details, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. It's my job to be concerned with the details.
Classic Ed.
I'd prefer for employees to call me Ms. Knight, if you don't mind.
Yep, got it.
Of course, you know how to make a call on a Keystone network, right?
Yes, of course. Who doesn't?
Good. Then go ahead and try making a call for me. You can call my Keystone so we can check the connection.
Yeah, totally. Oh, right now. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I'll just call, you.
Call Edwith Knight. Testing.
Oh, nice. Yours is red? How do I get a red one?
Oh, you don't. Unless you find yourself promoted. To end the call, press this button here. The Keystone will remain active and recording for the most part. However, if the need should arise to have it deactivated, just allow for 5 seconds of silence.
Got it. The automatic shut-off after 5 seconds. That's a little different from the ones I'm used to. But now I know.
For whatever it is worth to you, you have passed this element of your interview.
Really? Even after... Well, shit. I mean, shoot. Sorry, boss. Ha. That's amazing. When could I move?
The Keystone is ready to imprint on you, at least for now. That should cover you for the next week while you complete the practical portion of your interview. Sorry, my attention was elsewhere. Did you say something?
The practical, of course. My favorite part of repair jobs, proving I can fix things. Awesome.
We don't have any complaints complex enough to flex all of your more impressive stated qualifications. So you'll have to make do with some faulty circuitry. Unit 22B within this building, 4th floor. I trust you'll be able to handle it over the next week or so.
Week? Oh, sure. Give me 3 days.
That would be impressive.
That's me. Best respondent in the West.
Lucky me. Please keep the Keystone on you and feel free to begin whenever you like. Here are our property maps, and your future teammate, Jose Perez, will likely meet you on site. Our archives of tenant data are stored in the computer room marked right there. It's a restricted floor, but your Keystone should grant you temporary access. I trust you're familiar enough with tenant-client databases that there's no need for me to walk you through the system.
Totally, yes. Is that it?
For now, yes. Until after you've completed your task.
Great. So, once I'm done with this, do you think... Could I take you out for coffee? Or tea, rather?
Oh. Jack, I would like that, I think. But it simply wouldn't be appropriate for your interviewer to...
Not appropriate. Yeah, It's cool. I get it.
We should really try to avoid the scrutiny of HR. Maybe... No, it really wouldn't be appropriate.
I completely understand. At least if I get the job, we'll get to work together.
Yes, certainly. It was lovely to meet you, Jack.
You too.
Oh, and Jack, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Well, damn. Now I don't know if I want this to go well. She might be worth living on the streets. Okay. How hard can electrical problems be? You got this. Come on, answer the door. Okay, fine. Keystone it is. How does this... Oh, nice. Hello? Maintenance? Repairs? Senior... Repairs response? I'm here to fix the lights, or whatever. I know you're here, even if you are moving furniture around in the dark. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna...
You don't belong here.
Oh, fuck! I mean, hi! I didn't see you there. Sorry. I'm here to fix your electricity. I heard the lights were flickering, that you might be having some trouble. Are you okay?
You don't belong here.
I know, but see, I do. Because I'm here from the owners of the building. Your landlord. I'm here to fix the electrical issues. Oh, is someone else here? I'm just gonna turn on a... Wow, that is really flickering. That's not making you look creepier or anything. Look, I'm sorry I interrupted. Whatever. Is there another time that would be more convenient for you? Preferably later today?
You don't belong here.
Sorry about that. I'm just gonna take a quick look. The light in the kitchen is really going. Seriously, are you okay? Your eyes... Maybe blinking would help? Was that... How did you... Do you have some fishing wire rigged or something? Huh. Neat trick. Hey, I'm just gonna check out the bulb real quick, okay? I just really need this job. I need this to go well. And...
Go away. Get out.
You know, I'm starting to think this isn't a problem with the wiring.
Go away. Go.
Shit. Hey, buddy. I'll get out of here now. I don't belong here, right? Go away, right? That'll be easier if you get out of my way.
Get out.
I'm trying. I'd like to. I really would. But, you see, the door's over there. Haunted. Of course, this place is dang haunted.
Leave, or I'll kill you.
I hear you, buddy. Oh, hey, look at this plate. Is this yours? Hey, why don't you go get it? Okay, not a dog ghost. Got it. Oh, hey, that didn't go through you. Is that a good thing? Are you not a ghost?
Go. Get out. Go away. Get out.
Yeah, man, I am trying. Okay, let's try a frying pan. Nothing? Not even a concussion? Seriously? Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Dry pasta. About as useful as expected. Flour. No. Salt? A bag of salt? Who buys salt in bulk? The salt will do. Shit! All right. It's all right. It's probably all right. Deep breaths. You only left one undead body in the apartment. Broke a couple plates. No need for cops, right? And look, no cops here. That's a good sign.
Good morning, Jack. Go ahead and have a seat.
Morning, Ms. Knight.
After yesterday's events, I believe Ed would be just fine.
Yup, that makes sense. So, the electricity problem in Unit 22B.
I will admit, I was surprised.
Yeah, I can explain, I think. Look.
I assumed you were joking about fixing the issue within 3 days, but you managed it within a single day.
What?
The apartment will be ready to go back on the market within the month, thanks to your work. No more flickering, no more sparking, nothing. Very well done, Jack.
Thanks? Thanks!
Are you all right? Did you have difficulty sleeping?
Yes. I'm all right.
Well, the job is yours if you want it. Sign here, here, and here. The third line secures the apartment as part of your contract.
Oh, wow. Gotta say, did not expect this. Huh.
Really? What did you expect?
You know what? I don't know.
So, is that a yes? Will you be joining my team?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yep. I do.
You're welcome to move in whenever you like. I have some more tenant reports to sort through, so I trust that you'll let yourself out when you're ready. Be here to check in for your next batch of assignments tomorrow, around 7.
I'll bring coffee. Tea. If you still won't let me take you out for some.
You can have the job or get the girl, but not both.
Understood. See you in the morning, boss. Ms. Knight. Ed.
See you in the morning, Jack. This program was brought to you by a network of dedicated artists with creative souls just like yours. Faustian Nonsense, thanks you for your patronage. Just like yours.